Welcome to another video from M3BIK, and on this video I'm going to show you on Icecast and SDRtrunk how to change from the default port of 8000. So first off, I do a connection here to my server that's currently running, just to show you there it is streaming and it's playing okay on the default port of 8000 at the moment. So what we want to do is change that to a different port. So I'm going to open PuTTY and do a connection to the Raspberry Pi. I'm going to log in with my credentials here, just so we get to the command shell. And the command I'm just going to type here is going to show me the status of the Icecast server, just to show that it's currently running and up and connected and everything. So the next command we're going to have a look at is just going to come up now. I'm going to type in another command for you now, and this command is going to tell us what ports are currently in use at the moment. So this means we can't use any of these ports because they are currently in use. So this is a good thing to run. And if you can see there, it says, like, for example, 22 and a couple of other ports are currently in use, so we can't use those ports listed there because they are in use and active on the Raspberry Pi. So in theory we could use any other port that isn't in use. So I'm going to use a totally random port for this example. And now I'm going to edit the config file shown on screen. And what we need to do now is go to the port section there where it says 8000 at the moment, and we're going to change that to the new port. So we enter the new port number in there, and we can then save the config and quit that config file. Just left the command on screen there for you so you can see the command I just ran to edit the config. Now at this point you might need to restart the Icecast, so I've put you the command on screen there to do that. But going back into SDRtrunk now, we're going to go in here and we've got to change the port in SDRtrunk now because we need to tell it the new port number. So we go into the configuration, we go into streaming, and we select our current stream, and it's just as simple as changing the port from 8000, the default one, to the newly specified port. And we click save, and hopefully then in the bottom there it will come up as connected. If for any reason it doesn't, try restarting your Pi, for example. It might then just restart the Icecast and make the connection. So that means it's streaming now, and it should be now working on the new port. So we can open VLC and make a connection and just change that to the new port number there. And if we hit play, it should now connect, and it does, to the new stream, and it's as simple as that. So we're now connected to the new broadcast stream using the new port. It is recommended that you do change from the default port, particularly if you're publishing this over the internet or something like that, because you're then using a non-standard port, and it's a lot more secure to use a non-standard than the standard defined port of 8000. So that's how you change the port. And another thing I'm going to show you now is you can, obviously, if you're connecting to the Icecast web page as well, you're going to need to change the port from 8000 to your newly specified port as well. So what I'm going to do now for you is I'm going to go to a web browser. I'm going to open the Icecast server URL, and I'm going to change to the new port. As you can see there, the top left, I've specified the new port number, and I can now connect to that particular web page and see all the status of the Icecast server. Thanks for watching this video, everybody. If you have any questions or comments, do ask them below, and I'll do my best to help you. Obviously this is how I've done it on my setup, so your setup may be slightly different. Thanks for watching, everyone.